Last year in 2024, Karen Reed's trial resulted in a mistrial, and that has led to a new trial in 2025. Again, she's charged with three crimes: second-degree murder, based on the idea that she intentionally struck her boyfriend, John O'Keefe, a Boston police officer, with her car; that she engaged in manslaughter while driving under the influence of alcohol; and that she left the scene of the crime.
The goal would be to hear arguments from both counsel and then take an early lunch break.
So the prosecution case proceeded over 23 days, and they called 38 different witnesses, including first responders, family members of John O'Keefe, the decedent, the medical examiner, forensic experts, and friends of Karen Reed's. The prosecution theory was that Karen Reed, while in a drunken state after a night of excessive alcohol consumption, hit her boyfriend, John O'Keefe, left him to die in the snow. The prosecution case culminated in the testimony of a crash reconstruction expert who tried to posit that, in fact, John O'Keefe's injuries were consistent with being struck by a car. And then at the very end of the prosecution case, the special prosecutor, Hank Brennan, played a clip of an interview that Karen Reed had done in which she acknowledged the possibility that she might have struck John O'Keefe.
Karen, how we feel on the eve
changes to
of
the
closing?
verdict form? How important is that to have that verdict slip right?
Very important, as I learned the hard way.
You decided to drop the third-party culprit defense.
Any thoughts about, just
Are you no longer
decision
saying
not
that
to
Brian
testify?
Higgins did it?
That was a court ruling. That wasn't our request.
You would still prefer.
So the defense case revolves around the theory that Karen Reed never struck John O'Keefe and left him to die in the snow, that instead she dropped him off at this house party in Canton. He went inside and got into a fight. The people with whom he fought then dragged him outside and left him to die in the snow. To develop this theory, the defense called 11 witnesses, culminating in a crash expert on Wednesday. That, in essence, is a battle of the expert witnesses type of strategy. This crash expert was juxtaposed against the prosecution's own crash reconstruction expert. The goal of the defense here is just to create reasonable doubt. It's important to keep in mind that the prosecution bears the entire burden of proof in a criminal case. They have to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
stay strong. We got you.